400, like it's a low ball. Like, yo, he's trying to get more. Like, reportedly, Drake want to get like 600 mil from this next label. He's kind of consistently shown, I will drop. Remember, Drake didn't drop as much projects as before. He's shown, if y'all want to drop like NBA Youngboy, I'll drop 3 projects a year. I'll go and do it 4 times a year. Give me the money. Show me the money. Like, give me it. I want 600 million, right? Yo, I got a jumbo jet. I want to get a fucking spacecraft. Elon about to take us to space. Give me the money, right? Negotiation. Remember I told you, I thought that's how Drake was moving. Anytime you see people start bucking but not calling them out. So there's levels to negotiation, chat, and I know this, right? At the furthest end, you have Joe Budden and Kanye West. They, in mid-negotiation, they come out and call the person they're negotiating with racist and say, fuck them. Respectfully. I love Joe, but I love Kanye. But that's what they do. Like, when they're trying to get their way, they come out, blast everything, and say, fuck you to the person they're going to be in business with, right? Sometimes it works brilliantly. Sometimes it don't. Then you have the Drakes. They never tell you until the deal is done. But when they're in the process of negotiating, they start dropping hints, but tasteless hints, or no, tasteful hints. I might leave. We'll see what the next summer holds. They'll just throw out these open-ended things. We'll see what's going on. Yo, just to remind y'all, that 300 mil last time, that's a low ball now. Like, they throw it in tastefully. Pause. Then you have, I like to think where I fit in all of that when it comes to negotiating. I'm like on the lower end because I won't blast you at all. Well, I don't really blast my business people like that. I blast ops. I don't blast business people. And I mean, have I sued business? No, I haven't sued people for business yet. Nah. And the only reason I put Drake as one more like belligerent over me because he's petitioning his own label. Like, you're almost at the point of taking a action against the person you want to give you $500 million, right? So anyway, which by the way, this also makes sense. If he feels that his label is using him or using money they made from him to fund Kendrick's song because here's the thing, I could imagine Drake looks at him and says, yo, think about what Drake walks into a label negotiation with. Hey, first of all, Drake doesn't have an elaborate marketing campaign. By the way, one thing that should become very obvious, again, remember I said, let's say bots are included. We don't know, but let's say bots are included. UMG's going to say, we didn't pay for no bots. They're going to blame it on Kendrick. So if Kendrick did pay for bots, we don't know if he did. Maybe he did. That's what UMG would say that if there was bots.
Nigga, you had a whole live stream about... So now he acting like he didn't have a whole live stream on Kendrick Lamar birthday with a dude saying that he bought it not like us. So he just gonna skip over that, huh? He gonna skip over that. Well, let's say that he did. Nigga, your whole live stream was to trying to convince the public that Kendrick Lamar bought it not like us. That Not Like Us wasn't as hot as we thought it was, even though people was jamming to it the next day. Literally, the next day. I remember it was summertime. People was playing that at the club the next day. You can't bot that. You can't bot human reaction, the consumer's reaction. The people chose that song. Bots didn't have nothing to do with that. The people heard that and said, oh, this is it. That's all she wrote. People was jamming to that song. Yeah, the day of that song came out, people was jamming to that like, oh, this is it. That had nothing to do with bots.
That means Kendrick team did a rollout. By the way, it might not be bots, it might just be campaign. It's campaign. That's very frequent. Campaigns. Drake don't do campaigns. Drake, for the last 8 years. No, not 8 years. No. I'm going to tell you when. No. Oh, fuck. I think around the time, hold on, More Life. Because views they did. They did, but Drake was also kind of getting more and more control. Around More Life, so say 2017 till 2024, so for the last 7 years, Drake been just literally operating off, I'm hot. I don't need to do nothing. That's another reason I keep calling him lazy, right? So when you're seeing these sales, even 400K, bro, he's doing it with, bro, there's a song and dance between everybody when they want to really promote an album, right? I won't say Kendrick necessarily did for this album, but even like, say DSPs. The DSP is going to tell you, bro, to make sure we're fully behind your album, it would be dope if we had 2 weeks notice, you come into the office, you play us your music, blah, 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 blah. Do you think Drake is playing his music for none of these DSPs? No, nigga, they listen to it when we listen to it. You know how I know? Because I've gotten an exclusive on Drake music, and the people who work at the DSPs who should get his music weeks before, they're hitting me to be like, yo, is he dropping tonight? I'm like, nigga, you working this spot, he's dropping that. Real talk. So like, he doesn't do that. Now, I'm not going to give him credit for not doing that, because this is your job. And you just operating off being hot without kind of, any business, no matter what, you're supposed to take some of your profits and put it back into marketing. You're supposed to have a rollout. You're supposed to keep investing to keep getting more and more listeners or eyes or consumers to grow. You're not just to say, I'm the guy, I'm the hottest, and maybe because I'm putting out the hottest music and I'm making some social moves. And
just like I said earlier in my live stream, he's a spoiled brat. He's an arrogant, pompous, narcissistic bitch.
You see me do a collab with 21 or Future, I don't need to do the other shit. But if you ask me, I think Drake has done that. So I'm not even I'm not saying Kendrick used bots, but if Kendrick had a rollout, I'm not blaming Kendrick at all. So let's have a rollout. The fuck? Everybody has a rollout. Beyonce has a rollout. Cardi has a rollout. Everybody has a rollout. When you see these people, they have a rollout. So Drake kind of like not doing it. I can't give him credit for not doing it when it's an industry standard to do it. Okay? Now, we're not talking about bots. Bots is something else. Okay. So, do I believe this? I actually believe it. I think Drake walked in that building and said this, right? And I guess, I went on tangent, but this is what he probably said. Yo, check this out. I made $300 million on tour. I'm the highest streaming artist for all of the albums I gave y'all. CLB, Honestly Nevermind, For All the Dogs, and Her Loss. The streams are going through the fucking roof. You gave me no money for marketing. You didn't have to give me a shit ton of money to make it. I made it up there in my fucking $100 million house with 40. Noel mixed it down. Boy Wonder cut the beat. Vinyls, Benny X. You know what I mean? All the guys who, they really cook up. They did it. Drake is probably producing his album, with all due respect, for like, it's probably like how, they'd be like, an iPhone is made for like $15 in China, but they sell it to you for $1,000? Yes. So when Drake goes to the fucking negotiation table, he's probably saying, look at those albums. See, I told you I could drop that many albums in 2 years, right? Remember, basically damn near 2021 to 2023, damn near.
Wow.
You know what he's gonna say? Hey, let me get some more money up front.
Wow.
Because I know I'm profitable.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure them in negotiations is saying, this is like a bad loan at this point for us. And they're the label.
Wow.
They're owning less and less of Drake's projects because Drake has the complete, overwhelming advantage in negotiation because he's not a new artist anymore.
Wow.
It's the reason why, and by the way, you see this a lot in other type of business, right? Why does LeBron don't sign an 8-year deal? I'm gonna sit out for every 2 years. Now, as long as your body could, the first moment LeBron takes a big injury, that negotiation's gonna look a little bit different. You get what I'm saying? But if you're still performing and you're still that guy, if every 2 years you're damn near a free agent, you keep smacking these niggas over the head. So I think Drake is coming back. He's asking for some enormous figure. He just got 400 for like 2.5 years. I think he's asking him for 600. Nigga might be bold enough to ask for 7. Yeah, he might throw a little bit more of a tour and he might be like, oh, no, yeah, I'll do a bigger tour. We can do a stadium tour. He just wanted bread. Yeah, we can do a stadium tour. You get a piece of that. You get, I don't know, you get like a fourth of that. That's cool. I'll drop 4 more albums from here till 2027. And they're probably looking at it and they're like, the fuck? No, nigga, we'll give you like 500. And you know how they get Drake to bring his ass or bring his number a little bit down? Hey, you just got spanked by Kendrick. Look, you're not with the culture feeling. What you mean? You want 700? We gave you 4 lakhs.
If all else fails, man, do you? All right, so let me ask y'all a question. Would Drake have done this if he would have won? Does Drake feel like his stock would have rose if he would have beat Kendrick Lamar? Would he get this 600,000, not 600,000, 700 million, 600 million, and everything to be okay? Let's say if the same songs were put out, but Not Like Us just didn't hit for whatever reason. Heartbreak 6 took off. Boom. Same songs, nothing changed, just different results. Do you think Drake would have cared? If Drake would have came the victorious winner. Same song, Not Like Us, everything, boom. But, people said, nah, Kendrick, that ain't it. Drake is the winner. You think he would have sued him? Now, does that give the option for Kendrick to sue Drake? Because Drake lied on some things. Like, Drake has opened a whole back door to a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, Drake is literally about to change hip hop forever. Like, especially if he wins this, But some rappers might be just afraid because they don't even want to go through all this shit. Like, man, I ain't about to go through all this because shit, if I say something and they feelings get hurt, they can end up suing me. Now I got to pay all these legal fees and all this shit. So this might make other rappers not even want to battle rap. But that's the essence of hip hop. It's competition, going back and forth. But now Drake is like, what the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? You're suing after you lost? Like, the optics of this is, it just don't look right. The optics of this just don't look right. The timing is horrible. No matter how you trying to slice and dice this, shit just don't look right. You look like the sore loser. You look like a sore loser at the end of the day. It's like, come on, man. Bro, you just lost, man. Like, god damn. Like, he don't understand what type of damage he done for himself. The consumers are not gonna fuck with you. Let's say if you win this lawsuit, ain't nobody, bro, I'm telling you, you have lost a lot of people respect. So even if you win this lawsuit, okay, you might as well just walk in the sunset. Because your rap career is over, bro. People are not going to look at you the same. Even if you win this lawsuit, they're like, man, you's a bitch. I ain't listening to your shit. Hell, man, get your ass on, nigga. You a hoe. You got your ass whooped, now you want to sue. Ain't nobody going to respect you for this. I know I don't. It's just weak altogether. No matter how you try to slice or dice this, the timing is horrible. So it gives the illusion that you're bitter, you mad, and you want your ball back.
Last time, nigga, we'll give you 450. Take it or leave it. 450, take it or leave it, nigga. And I can imagine Drake looking at them and saying, nigga, you on crack? Or maybe they were even more disrespectful. Yo, take 350, nigga. You know what Drake said? Say less. Yo, Oliver, buy that domain, 100gigs.com. We're gonna just drop it there. Fuck it, let's see if it works. Yo, his labels didn't even acknowledge, other than claiming the songs as they eventually did. They did not. There's zero promo with any of the things he's dropped since the battle. None. Like, they're not touching it. And what I mean by promo, I know I already told you that they don't do promo really for Drake. But a label usually just adds support to a song that they see is moving. No Face had a little bit of movement. They're not doing nothing. They're not servicing it. They're barely servicing the radio. None of that. There's no campaign behind none of it. Okay, let that nigga do it. You got to cool that nigga down a bit. Anyway, Drake feels a label.
When does Kendrick have promotion? Did Kendrick have any promotion during the battle? Nigga, you was roasting Kendrick for not popping out and showing niggas. You was roasting Kendrick for not doing nothing. When the hell does Kendrick have promotion? The fuck? Well, before, after he beat the battle. But during the battle, he just dropped songs. He just randomly dropped it. Boom, bow.
Is allegedly not protecting a major asset, him, which is conveniently timed around the time he's in negotiation for with a new deal with the label. From what I'm told, Drake's feeling like if I was Taylor Swift, a lot of things would have not happened in this whole Kendrick and Drake, or Drake and Kendrick back and forth.
Nigga, you are Taylor Swift. What are you talking about? Nigga, you are the Taylor Swift of hip hop. What the fuck you talking about, bitch? You are Taylor Swift. Look at you. This don't scream Taylor Swift. You got two balls on your head, nigga. What the fuck? You got a nutsack on your head. The fuck?
He's completely right. He's completely right. I only disagree with him here in one aspect. Number one, obviously you're not Taylor, but I think that Drake doesn't interact with his label like how Taylor does, and Drake has never weaponized anyone against a label like Taylor has.
Man, he just like
Taylor literally told him, "Yo, y'all get back in bed with TikTok or else," and they were like, "Yo, TikTok, come back. We need y'all. Taylor's gonna be mad at us. We can't." Taylor swings a very big axe because she plays like that even on a PR level, and she is She's done it to Scooter Braun. She's done it to many other people. Big Machine, all that. She's done it in a way where if Taylor is unhappy, we're going to see a lot of shit happen. We've never seen Drake publicly really complain about his label. Taylor has written a shit ton of letters. They're robbing me of my rights. I wrote all these songs in my bedroom when I was hurt from my boyfriend, and they're robbing me of this, they're robbing me of that, they're robbing me. Yes. So they know Taylor will do it. They don't think Drake is on that type of time. And honestly, speaking about this, I think Drake should have turned to his fans. But here's the thing, fans don't like that though. You see, hip-hop fans don't, most artists turn to their fans. Uzi did that. Hey, tell Generation Now to make me drop music. Y'all start bullying Generation Now. The whole time was Uzi's fault. You know what I mean? Still, I think Drake should probably turn to his fans before he turned to a lawsuit, because fans have a lower IQ and your ops are going to turn and use on a PR level. Kendrick is paying like a lot of amazing people. I know a lot of them, allegedly. He's paying them really well to be able to influence internet narratives really well. Like, for example, say this, right? What would help Kendrick in his album week is to put out an article that Drake is salty over a rap loss and is suing him, right?
Who gives a fuck about an article? What? Are you kidding me? Or is Akdemiks accusing Kendrick of paying people to write articles? What do you think Drake has you in his back pocket for? Why do you think Drake keeps you around? Because he knows that you're the #1 media personality. And at any time he can just snap his fingers and you gonna show up to work. Why you think Drake got you in his back pocket, nigga? Like, are you kidding me? Did he just really say what he just said? Ain't no way, man. What?
So, article, say this, right? What would help Kendrick in his album week is to put out an article that Drake is salty over a rap loss and is suing him.
Wow.
Right? Are going to turn and use on a PR level. Kendrick is paying like a lot of amazing people. I know a lot of them, allegedly. He's paying them really well to be able to influence internet narratives really well. Like, for example,
wow.
Say this, right?
Wow.
What would help Kendrick in his album week is to put out an article that Drake is salty over a rap loss and is suing him. Right? So they're going to clip this up and do whatever they got to do within their ecosystem to make that happen. And that's why I think that Drake should have just appealed to his fans, because when you file a lawsuit, no one's going to look at the nuance and say, if anything, we should give you props for not suing Kendrick. You sued your label. You actually opted to not sue Kendrick at all.
Wow.
They're going to just look at you like, oh, you're police. You suing, like, because they're going to twist this and make it seem like you're suing Kendrick. That's why everything's wrapped around not like us. Also, let's get to the obvious and the biggest play of this all.